Bos taurus, or bovine, or most commonly known as a cow. Bovine is a very broad scientific term used to refer to a cow, and Bos taurus is a scientific name. Bos, which is Latin for bove, and taurus for grazer. So cow grazer, they're grazers. Cows and their families are very widespread and have a rich history and are very important in everyday life. I myself have been working with cows since 7th grade, and that's where I got my passion for them. In today's speech, I will cover the families of cows, the history of cows, and how cows affect you in everyday life. Let's explore the family. Cows are related to many things you see every day. For example, a deer. They're also related to elk, moose, caribou, goats, and sheep. How are they related? They might look completely different and not even seem closely related, but they're all linked by one specific thing: their digestive system. They are known as ruminants. If anybody says ruminants, this is what they refer to as their digestive system. It means they have 4 stomachs: their rumen, their reticulum, their mesum, and their abomasum. And ruminants are the only animals that can completely digest cellulose. They're very efficient. Now that we looked at family, where in the world did cows come from? Well, actually, cows come from all over the world. Specifically, bovine come from all over the world: North America, Europe, Middle East, Asia, and Africa. But according to an article written by Mark G. Thomas called Cattle Descent in 2012, that the very first cows were domesticated in southeast Turkey, along a very profound mountain ridge there. And another article written by David Brown called Scientists Unravel the Genome by the Washington Post in 2012 actually revealed that cows were almost impossible to domesticate. They weren't like dogs where you get them very close, and then if you messed up once, they could completely go back to wild in a very short amount of time. From Turkey, they migrated mainly to the west into northern Europe and southern Europe, but they also went south into India, where they became sacred in the religion of Buddhists and Hindu, where cows actually, bulls specifically, roam the streets of India and are not allowed to be touched. And that's where they became more diversified in Europe. Because in northern Europe is where you got your dairy breeds, such as Holsteins and Jerseys, and in southern Europe is where most of your beef breeds, like Limousines, came from. But most of the popular cows came from northern Europe, such as Black Angus. You see them on billboards for burgers and stuff, came from Northern Ireland. Now, what else do cows do that they affect your life? Well, a lot of old dairy cows and stuff are made into dog food that you feed your dog every day, and the leather from those same animals go into your cars. But there's usually one thing that people have no idea comes from cows: Jello. The pectin in Jello, which makes it Jello, the gelatinous blob, actually comes from the cow's hooves. Also in jellies and jams to make them thicker. In conclusion, cows and their families are widespread and have a rich history and are very important in everyday life. We went over cow's family, the history of cows, and how cows are important in everyday life. While it seems that cows are only around for beef and milk, they are a big staple in everyday life. Whether you're wearing it, sitting on it, feeding your animals it, or playing with it, or putting staplers in it. So next time you see a cow, make sure you say thank you.